You could definitely call this my Kerala Southern Indian boat series. I'm on a boat in southern Kerala with my best mate, and we are cruising. Look at the inside of the boat. Cruising in the backwaters of southern Indian Kerala. Okay, I've been asked to make a video on what to say when I'm going to auction to buy pre-auction. So many of you will know that you can buy properties discounted at auction, so I call it wholesale, not discounted. But you may or may not know that you can actually buy the properties pre-auction, as in they've been entered into the auction, but the person would be very keen to sell the property. You can put an offer in advance and you can buy the property before, you can exchange on the property before the date of the auction. Well, actually, and a lot of my videos demystify any of the kind of secrets in property, and they just tell you how it is, because that's how I am. Actually, you're just very straightforward. So what we do is we'll identify all the properties we want to buy. Now, statistically speaking, I'll buy 1 in 4 properties that I actually go for in auction, and so we'll then say, can we put an offer in for this one pre-auction? Now, sometimes the auctioneer will say no. The main reason why they say no is it's probably either a charitably held property that's being disposed of, or a local authority or a housing association, and often they need to be seen to go to the room, and so you can't buy it pre. It's just one of those quirks. The rest of the time they're probably pretty interested in receiving an offer. So then what we do is, as soon as the auction property catalogue is published, which is usually 4 to 6 weeks in advance of the auction, we'll identify the properties we're interested in. Ooh, look, we're going in. We'll identify the properties we're interested in. We'll go view them. We'll do an assessment of value. We'll do an assessment of how much we think the refurb's going to cost, and then we'll put our offer in. And we'll do it verbally, obviously on the phone. We'll put it in writing through email and through a letter, and we'll enclose the proof of lawyer's details and the proof of funds for the deposit. And we'll maybe if they don't know us, I mean these days they all know us, but in the early days we'd give background as well. So it's not mysterious. Now the majority are going to say no, but we buy probably 10% of our auction properties we've bought pre-auction. It's my favourite way to buy. Why? Because if you're buying at auction, you'll have seen some of my videos, I will always tell you to pay for a survey, and remember that you're only going to buy statistically 1 in 4 properties that you go for, so you're going to pay for 4 surveys before you get a property. That's expensive. I mean, it's still worth it, it's the cost of doing business, but it's expensive. If you're buying pre-auction, you don't need to pay for a survey because you haven't exchanged contracts yet. So what you then do is you get the property under offer, then like any normal house, you then pay for the survey and get the property bought as exchanged before auction. So what would we do? We would give them proof of funds, lawyer's details, the amount we're willing to offer, the date we'd like to exchange, and a little bit of background so they feel comfortable buying for us pre. Go for it. Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Buying pre-auction is my favourite way to buy. Don't be put off by any feeling of mystery, and then work like crazy. If you're working in a full-time job, I want you to take some time off. Oh, it's my best friend. He's taking lots of photos. I want you to take time off and excuse me, conveyance like crazy. You need to work with a lawyer who's very, very good at auction buying, but buy pre-auction is one of my favourite ways to buy. Good luck.